Hey everyone, Andrew back again and welcome to another video, and as you can tell from the title, I'm here with my Child's Play Remake or Child's Play 2019 movie review. Just got back to seeing this in the theatre and definitely wanted to get this review up as soon as possible because I know quite a few of you are highly anticipating my thoughts and opinions on this remake. So before we get into my thoughts on the remake, I'm just wanting to put it out there that I'm a long time, pretty hardcore fan of the Child's Play franchise, and I have been for the past 27 years. So 27 years ago, I watched Child's Play, the original, for the first time. It was the first horror movie that I ever saw, and I've absolutely loved the movies, loved Chucky ever since. So yeah, I've been highly anticipating this remake ever since it was first announced, and I definitely had pretty high expectations going into it. So I also kept away from a lot of reviews before seeing it, so I pretty much haven't really watched any of you guys' reviews. I know a few of you have already uploaded reviews, and I know that the opinions have been a little mixed. So, but I didn't want to go in with any influences. I just sort of wanted to go in fresh so I could experience the movie myself, and I've got to say I'm really glad that I did. So what did I think of it? Now, this review is going to be spoiler free. There's a lot that I want to talk about, and it's hard for me not to give anything away, but I know a lot of you guys still haven't seen it, and I don't want to spoil anything. I'm just basically wanting to give my quick opinions on what I thought of it. So, right off the bat, I fucking loved it. I thought it was absolutely awesome, and it was pretty much everything that I was wanting out of the movie I got and more. It actually surpassed my expectations. It was a hell of a lot better than I had anticipated it being, and yeah, I had an absolutely amazing time. So first and foremost, Chucky, I thought he looked really, really good. Obviously very different to the traditional Chucky that we know. But yeah, it worked for me. When I first saw him on screen, I was a little unsure, but once he got into his character, he looked fantastic. I really liked the new look of Chucky, and the animatronics were phenomenal. They did a really, really good job on that. So yeah, huge props to that. I think Mark Hamill nailed the voice. He did a really, really good job, and I kind of liked the fact that there was a mixture of Mark Hamill's voice voicing Chucky and then the AI robotic voice. It both worked really, really well. And that brings me into the next positive that I have to say about the remake. I love the fact that they did something completely different. They took their own spin on the traditional movie and created a whole story surrounding AI, artificial intelligence, which I think is perfect for the modern time that we live in. It worked really, really well. It was very realistic. I liked the fact that Chucky was pretty much alive right from the start and everyone knew it. I just liked how different it was to the original film, and for me it worked really, really well. There were a lot of great nods and respect paid to the original franchise, and to me it had a lot of similarities to Part 2, which was awesome because Part 2 is my favourite. I'm not going to spoil anything, but the opening and the ending were phenomenal in my opinion. Chucky's one-liners were really, really spot on, very reminiscent again to the one-liners from Part 2. I loved the dark, serious tone of the film. There were no silly comedic elements. There were the perfect amount of characters, and all the characters were really, really good. I thought the child actor that played Andy was fantastic. He nailed that role really, really well. So overall, I thought it was absolutely phenomenal. I will say though, there wasn't a huge amount of kills. I probably could have done with one or two more kills, but the amount of kills were pretty much on line with the first movie anyway, and I know a few people have been bitching and moaning about the kill count. I didn't have a problem with it. I thought the amount of kills definitely suited the overall movie and the story, and as I said, it's pretty much the same amount as the original film anyway. And I'm not going to spoil anything, but the kills were nice and lengthy, which you guys know I'm a big fan of. They were really drawn out and they looked great, and there were some pretty nasty kills as well. So yeah, that's pretty much all I really have to say without giving too much more away. I absolutely loved it and I highly recommend it. And this remake also gets the OG Good Guy Chucky seal of approval as well. And before I end the video, Chucky has a special message just for Brad. Chucky says, Brad, if you end up hating this remake, he is going to come and get you. So watch out, mate. But yeah, anyway, back to seriousness now. All in all, I thought this was absolutely phenomenal. I loved it, and I cannot wait to check this one out again. So, guys, if you've seen the remake, let me know what you think of it in the comments section below. And if you haven't, you know what I think of it. Go out there and see it. And this is coming from a long time fan of the Child's Play movies. At this point in time, I would probably rate this movie third or fourth in the franchise. It was that good. So yeah, absolutely phenomenal remake. I loved everything they did with it. So there you go. That's my review for Child's Play. I hope you've enjoyed it, and thank you for watching.